happy and they are satisfied.
And here's the point then. Do they blame their state governments for it? Do they blame the national government for it? So that takes us to our last set of graphics from the ABPC voter survey today. The perception of the Prime Minister and Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, because at the moment we're treating him as the main face, though not officially declared, of a united opposition. And how do they compare? We'll first look at Mizoram MP in Rajasthan. The choice for Prime Minister, 46% in Mizoram. So that's interesting. 59% in Madhya Pradesh, notwithstanding the assembly being poised to go to Congress. 64% in Rajasthan. And you can see the corresponding numbers for Rahul Gandhi. Before Yashwant comments on it, let's look at the other two states as well. Let's look at the next slide, if we can, at Telangana and Chhattisgarh. Telangana is where the Prime Minister is the least popular. So the BJP southern discomfort continues. Chhattisgarh is wildly popular. That popularity coexists with the popularity of the incumbent Chief Minister. And actually, another very interesting thing is that Rahul Gandhi's rating in Chhattisgarh is very low. So this I find a fascinating number because it tells you that sometimes assemblies and national elections can have absolutely nothing in common. Even in Rajasthan, Mr. Gandhi's popularity is quite low. So go ahead, Yashwant, make sense of these numbers for us.
So it's like MP, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh are very clear, Barkha. BJP Prime Minister's popularity is almost 60%, 60% plus in that way. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi is roughly about 20. So there is a gap of 40% as far as the popularity of the two leaders are concerned. This is pretty much in the line what our tracker was 5 years back. When we are showing these numbers 5 years back, people are asking, why the hell are you putting this number? Well, we said that because we are finding it interesting that even if the Lok Sabha elections were held today, the chances are that BJP will lose the assembly elections and win the Lok Sabha election in these states. And that is precisely what happened in 5 years, 4 months down the lane, 2019. I guess that is the same story that is being played out over here. There is almost 15 to 20% of reverse swing, if I use the cricket analogy in that way, when we ask the question of whom would you have voted for if the Lok Sabha elections would have happened today. So there is from the Congress jump, 15 to 20% that switches over to the BJP in that particular question. So we are very clear as far as our understanding is concerned. These elections, largely speaking, Congress stands a much better chance when compared to the BJP. They might be in for a big surprise in Telangana. They might even do the upset if they play their cards well. If not, the best thing for them is that, at least they will be capturing their main opposition status in Telangana. That would be the worst case scenario for Congress. But having said that, I still believe that the numbers are also suggesting that these numbers, assembly results, are not to be confused with their national mandate, with the idea of what they are going to do 5 months down the lane when we are looking at the Lok Sabha elections, or 4 months down the lane, whichever
and even the further detailed questions, if we can just briefly glance at them, that you've asked on the national perception, the satisfaction with the work of the Prime Minister. You can look at those numbers in the ABPC voter survey. Not so satisfied in Mizoram, not so satisfied in Telangana, very high in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and
in Mizoram. I want to tell this wonderful thing. We did ask about who do you think that is responsible for Manipur, the crisis, and a huge number of them did not actually blame the state government. Huge number of them actually blamed the center, that they should have intervened in a much better way. So somehow that sense of disappointment is there with the center as far as the Mizoram crisis is concerned.
That's right. And Mizoram is, Yes, the Manipur impact, clearly, probably its impact felt there. Similar question in your survey for Rahul Gandhi, middling responses. Actually, Rahul Gandhi does better in Mizoram than the Prime Minister. Again, it could be the Manipur impact. He does better. I'm not sure if I remember it correctly, but I think he's doing better in Telangana also. Can I just switch back to the Prime Minister's slide for a second, just to verify that? It's 36% in Telangana, higher ratings for Rahul Gandhi in Telangana. But other than that, the heartland, the West, continues to be a problem. Yashwant?
Yes, that remains a problem for them. And also the fact that,
and actual dissatisfaction with Rahul Gandhi in these numbers here, by the way, in your survey.
So much bigger number is dissatisfied in the Hindi heartland, still not working out for the Congress. As
Yeah.
far as Telangana is concerned, it is interesting to note that the Congress vote share and the Rahul Gandhi's popularity, they are more or less going hand in hand. However,
That's right.
it is interesting to observe that Telangana also has a significant number of anti-Congress support base, where in the Telangana numbers, you also get the name of K. Chandrasekhar Rao as the prime ministerial candidate. But if he is
Interesting.
not there, then I don't know which way they would be looking at it. So I think post the election, because one thing in Telangana, which we might discuss at some point of time, is Asaduddin Owaisi. He is likely to get somewhere between 7-8 seats as per our survey number. And if just in case Telangana comes up with a hung verdict where TRS is not getting to the majority mark, or for that matter, if Congress is not getting the majority mark, he might very well
Yeah.
become the kingmaker in that case. So
That's
those
right.
kind of equations will come in play when the Lok Sabha elections come.
Fascinating. These numbers do capture all the complexity, diversity of our country, its voting minds, its voting responses, its ability to deftly vote one way in assembly elections and absolutely differently in the Lok Sabha elections that come just a few months later. Thank you so much, Yashwant, for taking us through all these 5 states. It's always a pleasure talking to you and learning from you. And we hope to have you back very soon as we begin our state-wise discussions with local leaders and local journalists. Thank you so much, Yashwant. Take
Thank you.
care and see you soon.
Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.